Hi, folks. Welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, it's a cloudy day so far here today. Starting off on the cool side for July. Again, we've just got this big old stretch of coolness. I know some of you have been telling me how hot it is where you're at. And normally that's the case here too. Like we should easily be in the mid 90s during the day and we're in the mid 70s. It's the craziest thing. But I'm not complaining, because I am sure that before too long, we'll be back up into the sweltering heat. Speaking of cloudy and gloomy, well, apparently that's what's going on in Washington, D.C. today. Except they're also excited. I don't know. I can't read it and I don't understand it. But there are some weird things going on. And as much as the politics side of stuff isn't that interesting to me, it's how it affects us. Meaning, what is really going on? What are they really planning? And what do we need to be preparing for? And I'd say at this point, however bad you think things have been, it's going to start getting worse. As you know, Joe Biden dropped out of the race last night. At least we think he did. He sent or posted a letter on Twitter. It was not on the presidential letterhead or his official letterhead. Which I guess makes somewhat sense, because it wasn't a presidential thing he was doing. It was a campaign thing he was doing. A lot of people are saying that the signature doesn't look like his. And there's all kinds of weird reports that he didn't notify anyone until about a minute before that letter was posted on Twitter. I don't know. I mean, I'm just going by the reports that everyone was shocked. No one was prepared. And he hasn't been seen since then. But since then, different people in his circle have commented, including his own brother, and they've said some weird things that, this is a good thing because he wants to have his brother around as long as he can, before the end. Or he's alluding to Joe Biden may be dying. I don't know. Clinton and Soros and several others have come out supporting Kamala Harris, but Barack Obama hasn't, and said that it needs to be decided at the convention. So it's still up in the air. I would guess that Kamala is going to be the presidential candidate, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. The weird thing is that a lot of people are wondering right now, is Joe Biden even alive? Is he still in charge? What's going on? Just posting that letter and then not really saying anything else. His wife, Jill Biden, she just retweeted it with like a little love heart type of thing. It's all really strange. It's like he broke up with everyone by sending a text message. And I got to believe that some chaos and some distraction is probably coming soon. Because this is a very strange thing. You would think that he would address the nation, stating why it's been this lead up to I'm not gonna drop out, and then all of a sudden I am. Is it because of his COVID that they say that he has? Is it because of something else that they would admit to finally, that he has some kind of Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia? Nothing. That's the thing. It's been crickets, and his schedule's been cleared. A lot of engagements have been canceled. So it's all really, really strange. And it's leading to all of this speculation that he may not even be alive, or he may not really be the president anymore. I mean, I know that all of you, including myself, have said he's not really been the president all along anyways, but at least he's been out there for the most part, making everyone believe that he is. And then now it's just crickets. Now, of course, he could make some kind of speech today or tomorrow or something like that and at least confirm some things. But as of right now, it seems very strange. Now, here's the real point to all of this, is that what this makes America look like on an international stage. Right now we've got several nations that are wanting to do things that may not do those things because of the fear of America stepping in and using its full force to stop them. And if they think that America is in a very weak place without real strong leadership in the moment, even though we haven't had strong leadership for 3.5 years, but no real leadership whatsoever and a lot of chaos and confusion in the White House, then they might consider it being an opportune time to take action. The news is reporting that even Donald Trump is requesting to speak with Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, I think a few others, on this subject of asking them basically not to go to World War III during this time of who knows what's going on with Joe Biden and the presidency and Kamala Harris and all this kind of stuff. So I would say, just like I've said all along, and I think it's not so much that the message has changed, because it hasn't. It's that there's more and more evidence backing up what I've been saying all along. That as we progress down this road, closer to election, closer to, all this stuff, things are going to get crazier. And they are. I mean, the last 8-9 days have been a crazy whirlwind. Probably, I would say the last couple of weeks. You go back to, I would say the debate. If you start at the debate and come till now, that's what, 2.5 weeks ago or so. It's probably been one of the craziest periods of time in American political history. And it's only going to get worse. That's all I can say about it. It's only going to get worse. There's no possible way that they expect to make this transition, and to try to shove Kamala into the White House without anything really going on. I would guess that they're going to make the convention, the Democratic convention, look pretty crazy. It's going to be all over the news. It's going to be front stage. Because everyone's going to want to know which crazy cackling hen is going to be, or a rooster if it's Mike. You know what I'm saying. Who's going to be their front runner? And I know some of you are saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter because Trump can beat them all." If it was a fair election, yeah, I would agree with you. But they're doing all of this stuff, and just because they're going to shove Kamala or Mikey or Hillary or whoever in the front runner position, it doesn't mean that they're not going to continue to try to manipulate and cheat their way. So it's not a done deal yet, folks. And I've said this before, and I wish I could go back, weeks back when I was talking about this, started really talking about how this period between then and the election is going to get crazy. And there were so many people in the comments talking about how I was just fear and doom and gloom and hyping things up. And looking back over the last couple of weeks, I don't believe I was hyping anything up. I think it's starting to play out, maybe not like I had predicted, because I didn't predict, but just like I said, it's crazy. It's chaotic. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's going to continue to happen. So, what is going on? Is Joe Biden still the president? Is Joe Biden even still alive? I'd say he probably is still alive. I mean, if he was alive the last couple of days, he's probably still alive now. But the possibility of him not surviving till the election, I think is a pretty high probability of that. I think there's a high probability that he won't be alive come the election day, which means that Kamala would be the president on election day. I think that is a very likely scenario. I think they realize that she would have a better chance. And even if he's alive, he probably won't be president. It's very possible that he can completely step down as president, resign as the president, and so that she would be in charge. And I'm telling you, it is as bad as Biden is. I have always felt that Kamala is way, way worse. Yes, I know Biden, you can't trust him. You've never been able to trust him since day one of him becoming a senator and getting into politics. Does he have aging problems, whatever it is. I'm no doctor, but obviously there's something that's been going on for a while and worsening. Yes, all these things are true. But Kamala doesn't have the age as an excuse, and Kamala doesn't have the reputation, good or, I mean, she has the bad reputation, but she doesn't have this, well, I would have been a vice president, a sitting senator, blah, 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 that at least some people that are the moderate to the left have some respect for. And she just, I don't know. I know it's crazy to say that someone would be way worse than Joe Biden, but I firmly believe that she is. And I believe that her leadership capabilities and her decision-making capabilities are probably way worse now than even Joe Biden's would be right now. And so if she was put in as president before the election, who in the world knows what could happen? So this is stuff that we have to really be bracing ourselves for. No, we don't want to be afraid. We're not going to be terrified and all that kind of stuff. That's absolutely silly. There's no point. If you're watching this channel, I assume that you're probably watching others. When it comes to preparedness, you're actively trying to prepare. You're doing the best that you can. All of those things you do so that you're not afraid, so that you don't fall apart when stuff starts going bad. So right now is not that time. You know, stop telling yourself that I'm not ready. I need to have more time. I should do this. I should do that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yes, that's all of us. And you do the best you can. You keep pushing yourself forward. But you can't allow that fear to settle in. Yes, it's going to be bad. Embrace that suck, right? It's sucky, and embrace it. But we can survive this. We can make it through it. And you have to just keep pushing forward. As bad as it is, you can't give up, because unfortunately it's going to get worse. And I mean, there's nothing that really any of us can do about that. So, yeah, start clearing your head, folks. Stocking up. I said this yesterday. I know it's a broken record, but I'm going to just guess that probably ammunition is going to start really drying up. I mean, there was massive sales last week because of Trump getting shot. I would say that this happening is going to just escalate those sales. Just putting a bug in your ear in case you should probably come across some ammunition. Other things, as everything gets worse, you know, most of your prepping stuff, other than ammo, the average person isn't thinking about getting just yet. But as things worsen, they will think about them. You know, emergency food, stocking up on medicine, stocking up on toilet paper, whatever it is. So be making sure that you're putting forth good effort to get all of these things stocked back up, and that you're ready, because yeah, I don't foresee a good immediate future, and probably at least midterm future. It's going to be a rough ride, folks, and we need to be getting ready by getting your houses in order and preparing yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.